Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Can't Wait Wednesdays here on the KB Radio Network. I am your host, Kevin Reed, and this is the first official edition of Can't Wait Wednesday of the new year 2022. And man, we're starting off with a bang this year. We have a couple of shows and a couple of movies and a television show that I'm excited for. I didn't think that either one of these projects, to be honest with you, either one would ever move the needle for me. But for some strange, unearthly reason, they have gotten my attention. And I'm like, man, I can't wait for this. And the next thing I know, looking up, trying to see what all is in store for us this upcoming weekend. And I'm like, man, already? These three? Excuse me. Already these three? Man, boy, y'all not playing around. We're jumping right in. Full steam ahead. And the first film that I want to discuss today is a film that normally I wouldn't care. Normally I wouldn't even it wouldn't move the needle with me at all. It's Shakespeare, it's black and white, and it looks like it's gonna be just dialogue driven and nothing to rile you up, so to speak. But I guess I'm getting older, and stuff like this moves the needle. Stuff like this gets me hyped up, like it's a blockbuster action science fiction type film. For some strange reason, I guess I am getting old. And the film that will be premiering this weekend is The Tragedy of Macbeth. And yes, it is Shakespeare. Yes, it is a Joel Coen film, and those who don't know who Joel Coen is, he is one half of the directing duo, him and his brother Ethan Coen. But I believe his brother has retired from filmmaking, and so he is going at this solo. And those directing duo, they have made such films as Raising Arizona, as Fargo, what was the recent one? True Grit. Those. Oh man, no Country for Old Men. Academy Award winning pictures that this man made, and dare I say, The Big Lebowski. Just perfection, man. And this is a solo effort for him, and it is a 2021, and it's a 2021 because technically it was released in theaters a few weeks ago in limited release, but on this Friday it will be released on Apple TV Plus. So if you have the Apple TV Plus streaming service, you can check it out, which I will because I have that service. Yay for me. But it is an American historical thriller film written and directed by Joel Coen and based on the play Macbeth by William Shakespeare. It is the first film directed by one of the Coen brothers without the other's involvement. The film stars Denzel Washington, Frances McDormand, who also produced the film, as well as Corey Hawkins and Brandon Gleeson. I'm not knowledgeable about the works of Shakespeare, to be 100% honest with you. I've heard of Macbeth. Everybody know Romeo and Juliet. We all know those. But as far as, how art thou, and I'm not even gonna try to recite what all they say. But this looks interesting because it looks beautiful, man. The cinematography looks amazing. The black and white. This film is in black and white, and it just looks gorgeous. And when you think of Shakespeare, you just think of acting, proper acting. And what more proper acting can you get than two of the greatest, Denzel Washington and Frances McDermott? Just money. Money. Frances McDermott, by the way, is the wife of Joel Coen. So there you have it. This isn't the first time they worked together. They worked together several times. In the Coen brothers' first feature, Blood Sample, she starred in. That's where they met. And she also worked with him on Fargo, where she won an Academy Award nonetheless. And so that myth that you can't work with family or spouses, it doesn't work there. they know how to work together. And I'm excited for this. I can't wait. And what can you lose? I'm playing with house money here. I'm not, of course, I'm paying for the service, but it's not like I'm going to the theater and spending money on concessions and all this other foolishness. So, yes, January the 14th, which is this Friday, you can check out The Tragedy of Macbeth. That's that one. Now, if you want to go to the theaters, if you feeling nostalgic, if you feeling like you want to see a horror movie in the beginning of January, well, you're in luck. You have a nostalgic horror film coming out this Friday, and that film is Scream. And you're like, wait, Kevin, Scream? That movie came out 25 years ago, however long it's been. I mean, what are you talking about? No, this is the fifth installment of that film franchise. And instead of calling it Scream 5, they just called it Scream. Just like the first one. This is another one that I did not care for. I didn't care. I really honestly did not care about another Scream. I saw Scream 4 and I saw it late. I mean, late in the game. I'm talking like maybe a year ago, possibly. Maybe 2. I'm going to say 2 years ago. I'll give it 2 years ago. But it was all right. It wasn't all that. But it was all right. It stayed in the tone of the other Scream films, so it wasn't a departure by any stretch of the imagination. Cause I don't see how you can reinvent this film franchise differently. I mean, is a guy or girl, whatever, running around in a Ghostface killer mask and and stabbing people. I don't, whatever. But this is this is the fifth film in the franchise, and it's an upcoming American slasher film directed by Matt Olpin and Tyler Gillett. And this is the first of the franchise that is not directed by the original director of the first 4, Wes Craven, who didn't return because unfortunately he passed away in 2015. So this is the first film in the franchise with different directors, and honestly, I have a little faith in this directing duo because they directed a sneaky good film a couple of years ago called Ready or Not, and that was so good. And that was another one that kind of snuck up on me. I caught kind of late. I think I saw it on HBO, and I was watching. I was like, man, this movie is good. I've been missing out. And they were the directors of that film, and the creep factor, chill factor was all there. So I'm confident that tone can carry over into this. So that gives me something to cheer about. But yes, this is the 5th installment of the Scream film franchise. Though billed as a relaunch of the film series. So this is more like a little soft, little tap reboot. Even though the film is a direct sequel to Scream 4. The franchise, in this franchise, we will have newcomers as well as the returning cast from the past 4 films, including Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Molly Shannon, and Roger Jackson reprising his role as the voice of Ghostface. The new cast is a bunch of young actors that I've never heard of, other than Jake Quinn. I know him from The Boys, and also he's the son of Meg Ryan and not Randy Quaid. I say Quinn, Jake Quaid. Not Randy Quaid. What's his brother's name? Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid, Meg Ryan's son. And so he's in this. It looks like it's going to be interesting. So the synopsis or the premise of this film: 25 years after a streak of brutal murders shock a quiet town of Woodsboro, a new killer has donned the Ghostface mask and began targeting a group of teenagers to resurrect secrets from the town's deadly past. So, like I said, it's like a little soft reboot, I guess. If this is successful, we could get a relaunch of maybe another trilogy or whatever from this. But honestly, I don't know what it was. It's something I connected with the last couple of weeks. I'm like, I do want to check this out. When they first announced it, I was like, man, let it go. Let it go. But now I'm like, I might want to check that out. It looks good. It does. It looks real good. So I'm excited. Scream will be released in theaters, people, this Friday, January the 14th. So that's that. If as far as leaving the house, Scream. Now, if you want to stay at home, you can already stay at home and check out the tragedy of MacBeth. But if you into comic books, if you're into comic book movies or television shows, or more accurately, if you're more into the recently released The Suicide Squad from last year, which starred Idris Elba, John Cena, Margot Robbie, and countless others, which was one of my favorite films, top 10 favorite films of last year. We get a television spinoff from that movie, and it's John Cena's character of Peacemaker. And we're getting into this, and this is another one that kind of creeped up on me. I thought it was going to be a little later this year this came out, but no, sir, no ma'am. This comes out. The first 2 episodes will drop. The first 3 episodes will drop on January the 13th, this Thursday. And Peacemaker is an upcoming American television series created by James Gunn for the streaming service HBO Max, based on the DC Comics character Peacemaker. It is the first DC Extended Universe, or the DCEU, television series, a spinoff from the 2021 film The Suicide Squad. Set after the film, the series explores the origins of Peacemaker, who believes in achieving peace at any cost. It is produced by Troll Court Entertainment in association with Warner Brothers Television, with Gunn serving as showrunner. He also directed a couple of episodes from the season. And so Anybody who's seen Suicide Squad, and I know it was kind of diversive, maybe not so much diversive. I don't think too many people liked it, but it definitely made my top 10. I love that movie. I love that movie, and I love John Cena as Peacemaker in that movie. I think he did an outstanding job. And out of all the characters in that film, I did not think that Peacemaker would get his own show, especially if you know the end result of his character and everything and the evolution of his character. You're like, why? Why would he get his own show? But he is an interesting character. And hey man, look, I'm all in for it. John Cena stars as the title character, reprising his role from the Suicide Squad. Along with others from the from the TV show, that is. James Gunn wrote all 8 episodes of the series while completing work on the Suicide Squad during the COVID-19 pandemic. Before HBO Max officially ordered Peacemaker straight to series in September of 2020, filming began in Vancouver, Canada from January to July 2021, with James Gunn directing 5 of the episodes. Peacemaker is set to premiere on HBO Max on January the 13th, Thursday, that is, with his first 3 episodes. The rest of the series will be released weekly through February the 17th. The series has received positive reviews from critics, with praise for the performances of the cast and its humor. I don't doubt that. I mean, it's James Gunn. If you're a fan of James Gunn, I mean, that's you're gonna get some wacky characters, some humor, some offbeat humor, that is. You're gonna get a real good story, man. I mean, think back to Suicide Squad. Think back to Guardians of the Galaxy, and all his other works like Slither and Super, all those movies that he did. He even wrote the Dawn of the Dead remake, which was directed by Zack Snyder, and that was good. So he is one of my favorite filmmakers in Hollywood. I am very, very, very excited for this series. And DC needs something. They really need something, because they're so all over the place, with the Snyderverse, and now you're going into another direction. You have the Batman, which is different from them, different from the Snyderverse, and the Flash movie coming out later this year is going to have 3 different Batmans, 2 different Flashes, a Supergirl, and going all over the place. So they have no clear direction, i.e. Marvel. But, for the most part, I've enjoyed their films. There's a few in there that they could have kept, but overall, I enjoyed them. I especially enjoyed the Suicide Squad, and I'm excited to get a little extension of that film. So this Thursday, January the 13th, we get the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker available on HBO Max. So that's what we have this week. I'm excited for him, man. I can't wait. I'm pretty much, that's it for me this weekend. There's no football for me to care about. Yeah, the NFL playoffs has begun, but my team is out of it. So there's no reason for me to sit down and watch it. I'm going to watch some football, but to be honest with you, I'm going to watch these movies and this television show and be happy. Plus, it's Martin Luther King weekend, so I have a 3-day weekend, and it's going to be, dare I say, lazy. So I might go out the house to go see Scream, but that's about it. Everything else, I'm planted in front of the television. So everybody, those are your can't waits on this Can't Wait Wednesday. The Tragedy of Macbeth, available on Apple TV Apple TV Plus, we have Stream, which is available, which will be released rather in theaters this Friday, and we have Peacemaker, which will be released on HBO Max Thursday, January the 13th. First 3 episodes. That is exciting. So I hope you're interested in those. I hope you're excited for at least one of those, as I am. I'm excited for all 3. But all 3 of those have different blends, you know. It's something for everybody. If you're into Shakespeare, if you're into literature like that, you have MacBeth. You know, you're into horror, you have Scream. If you're into comic book movies and television shows, you have Peacemaker. So it covers all those bases. So everybody, if you're excited for that, if it's something else coming out this weekend that you're interested in, let me know. Email the show at kbradiopodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget about our other programs here on the KB Radio Network. Our movie goodness show, as well as the Dome Patrol, which will be taking a hiatus due to the fact that the New Orleans Saints are not in the playoffs. So you can go back and listen to past episodes, and don't forget to look us up on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and wherever podcasts are available. It's been an honor and a privilege to talk to you today. I can't even talk. It's been a privilege to talk, but I can't talk. But I'm happy to be here with you. Happy to be on our new platform to give you these shows. Big things are starting to come into fruition as far as the KB Radio Network. So just hang in and stay tuned, because a lot of exciting news will be coming soon. Everybody, thank you for joining me. And until next time, I want you to know that I love you. Continue to love one another. And until we speak again, be blessed.